I've wanted to make this one for a couple weeks now, and it's rather emotional. So I needed to wait until I was in a certain place to do that. A couple years ago, when I began on this journey, somebody very close to my narcissist had told me, they said, you're not going to get over this or be able to move on until you finally see, accept, and realize that you were never loved. And this is somebody who's known my narcissist for many years, certainly since I was born. And that hit me like a ton of bricks. I think the big reason, or the main reason, is that it hit me so hard, is I knew and I realized that this person was right. It was like going back in a time machine in a split second. All the actions, all the abuses, all the instances that happened. A loving human could not possibly do this. And I went through a mourning period of that, because that's rather sad. To think, or to come to the realization that a parent, very well maybe a spouse, doesn't or has never loved you is shocking, to say the very least. Now, after thinking about it further and more in depth, I started understanding narcissism, or specifically malignant narcissistic personality disorder, on a much deeper level, much more profound level, a truer level. I saw it for what it really is. And it strikes me very clearly that the narcissist is incapable of love. They certainly do not love themselves. They despise, they hate themselves. And remember, this is where they have to get that current source of supply to keep the focus off of themselves. This is why they spew the hate and they degrade others around them, to keep the focus off themselves, because they don't love nor like themselves. This is why they triangulate, because they love, remember, to see the battles going on. Keeping the focus off of themselves. This is why you'll see that little smile, that little grin when they're hurting or abusing or degrading you. They're projecting all of that turmoil, all of that filth, all of that self-disgust onto you, because they don't love themselves. What they are very good at, though, is, as a robot, learning, observing other loving people and absorbing that and putting that into their software bank up here and mimicking those actions with the hate behind it. You see, love, in my mind, is completely unconditional. I love my son unconditionally. I have no conditions for which I give him my love. It doesn't matter if he makes a mistake. It doesn't matter if he can't make dinner that night. My love never changes and has only grown stronger. The narcissist is completely incapable of, much less unconditional love, but love itself. Look back. Think about this with me, would you? Has your narcissist ever expressed, ever shown, ever demonstrated unconditional love? Certainly, they may have clothed you. They may have put food on the table. But that is for the benefit of those who are watching around them, so they can use that benefit and project that they're a good, loving parent. A spouse maybe give you jewelry, a car, a house. But have they truly shown unconditional love with empathy, understanding, concern, genuine concern? I don't think these robots can do that. I've certainly not experienced it. I've gone back more than I care to admit and reviewed so many different instances in my life. And I could not find one true instance of love. You know, once I was told, when I said I love you, I was told, I love you too, even when you had choleric, is that it? And you cried for 48 hours straight. Loving term, couched with a demeaning or degrading, projecting your bad. This was a profound turning point in my healing. Because once I accepted that, I was now able to stop wondering, why? Why would this person who's supposed to love me do that to me over and over and over and over again? It doesn't make sense. It's not what I see in healthy, loving relationships or families. So why me? And what happens is, you go to yourself and this must be me, right? No. You see, we carry so many of those deep insecurities, the self-blaming and the self-loathing and the self-destructions that we do upon ourselves because we feel that we were wrong, we feel that we were bad, we feel that we were not worthy. And all along, we were never loved. I think that's really a big key here. I really do. So once I really accepted that deeply, once I really truly accepted that I was never unconditionally loved, and while this is not the time to go into it, I'm quite sure I was born for abuse. Many different types of abuse. While I accept at that time that I was never loved, I was able to figure out things. I was able to figure out I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that sick little bastard. I wasn't that hard teenage kid that was just so uncontrollable, I was able to figure out a lot of things about myself that I consciously and subconsciously thought that was bad about me. And all it was projection. A parent or a partner who loves does not do that. They love unconditionally, and they nourish, and they comfort. I'd be interested, please. And if you would, if you can, share what your thoughts are on this. Take a look back, whether it be with a spouse, or a lover, or a sibling. That's a whole nother one, boy. Let me tell you something. A sibling, yeah, they're great at saying love when you have money, you have something to offer, and you have some shelter to give them, or some protection. But once those resources have dried up, their love, the love of the golden child, will go to a narcissist. But if you would, share with me, please. Look back and tell me, were there points in your life where you felt you received conditional love? Or were there points in your life, many points, your life, your entire relationship with this person, or was it just a farce? It was never love to begin with. I look forward to if you spend some time and just jot your notes down. I'm sure a lot of other people will appreciate it as well. Thank you very much. And I'm wishing you unconditional peace. Thank you.